Bit more spraying to do this morning. Carrot guys are still at it. Dad's actually here with one potato box to fill up out that hopper. Carrots in here, up the conveyor. A wee bit of cleaning, up and over and into our box. At the trailer they go, up the conveyor. Look nice, I might have one. Into the box. Anyway, I'm going spraying. That's the Arctics queued up, ready to get. Oh, they've got a flat. Yeah, Arctics are queued up to get loaded. We're hoping they get mostly finished today because there's a lot of rain coming, and they get done today. The field conditions are pretty good. There's 100 mil of rain due again. Last weekend, 100 mil of rain. This weekend forecast another 100 mil of rain. For context, we get 700, just over 700 mil of rain a year. I've got two tankfuls to do in here, one full one and one kind of half tank. So I'm on with the half tank first, and I'm going anywhere near bits that are wet. So this half of the field is in worse condition than the other half. So I'll go over there once I've got a heavy tank. But this lighter tank is fine for, oh, this looks sticky. Foot down, keep moving. 4-wheel drive's on. Oh, come on, keep going, keep going. Oh, we nudge the boom on the ground there. Won't tell the boss. Yeah, light tanks on wet bits, heavy tanks on dry bits. That's the game plan. Wet patch number 2. Kev's not actually been able to get through some of that. Oh, gee. Oh, we're staying up. We're all good. We're all good. All good. Red path tyres on the case. They must do some amount of fleeing about this time of year, red path tyres. I've got a tram line in here. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna need to go round this one. Okay, we're done. Kev is currently getting the tatty dresser out of there. We've got an old tatty dresser just for doing 5 kilo and 20 kilo bags for the farm shop. The bulb planter's back out. Get that going hopefully this afternoon. Am I going to get a space in here to park? Through the winter, the last few years, this is half of the sheds had cattle in it. Obviously now with the new shed we won't need this, so this is now machinery. Perfect timing, we have a pallet of tulips. You beauty. That's one pallet. There's another delivery from somewhere else coming later on this afternoon, hopefully, fingers crossed, because we're due a lot of rain tomorrow, so we need to get them in today. That's why that contraption's out. So last year we got all tulips direct from Holland. This year some are coming from Holland, some are coming from Norfolk. Norfolk tulips. Search them up on Instagram. They grow, I think they've got 70 million to plant this year. Big operation. There's about 20 odd thousand in there, and then the rest that are coming, there's 40 or 50,000. Happy days. Sprayer all tucked up. What we could do is getting that grain out the road. That's the malt barley that was rejected. Whether we put another load away and try it, might make it in this time, I don't know. Don't know what to do with it yet. Off to pick up neighbour's tractor. It's a Massey with the right linkage for the tulip planter, the bulb planter. You beauty, this is a proper tractor. Sits on a bedder in the winter. A Massey 735, sounds phenomenal, drives phenomenal, looks phenomenal. No mod cons, no messing about, all mechanical, no electrics. Oh. Bulb planters going on the back of this. and then we can get some bulbs loaded into that hopper and get them in. I ploughed the ground the other day. Kev's kept the drill on, so we'll just go over it with the power harrow, loosen it off a bit. Drainage guys have cut all the way down from there. They're up to here now. There's a joint going in here, you can see the lines. So they're just about finished in the field, and then they'll get out away from the Highland Coo. And they've still got all the work to do in here. This is a bit more firmer going, and there's a lot more obstacles underground to avoid. In there was kind of hardly anything. There was one blue alkathene pipe, water pipe. Other than that, it was plain sailing. Right, tulip time. There's also some ants. What are they called? Whatever these are. They're called something else, whatever these are. Some sort of flower. All in all, there's about 10 different varieties in this palette. Just variations in flowering time, colour, frilliness or straight leaves. Just a variation so people can pick different types to pick. And it spreads out the season rather than all for flowering at the same time with similar varieties. A wee bit of jiggery pokery later, and it's on. Just going to put it on the flat, on the concrete here, just to make sure it's level. Need to go up at that side, down that side. We've just been preparing the old girl for a bit of action. A wee bit of TLC. It's not quite the most modern piece of kit going around, but she does the job for us. Let's get her filled up with some tulips now. We are due 100 mil of rain in the next day or two, which is a serious amount of rain. Weather warnings left, right and centre, so we need to get these in ASAP. We're late in the season in doing it, so fingers crossed we'll get them all done today and the rain tomorrow doesn't cause too much damage. We've just finished sowing this year's cereal crops, so we left the drill on so we can power harrow this ground, work it down a wee bit before we go in here now and get some tulips into it. It'll be easier worked or easier on this machine now the ground's moved and broken apart. How's that for depth? Oh, turn it. I need to drop it with the length of the top line. Is that better? Yeah. So far so good. That was the first variety that went in, which has gone probably 20 metres or so, which is fine. We've got 10 different varieties here and then we've got more on delivery. So hopefully we'll be able to cover most of this ground. Apparently the dogs quite like eating tulip bulbs. Do you mind? We're splitting them off into different varieties, taking these ones away up to the hopper. So somewhere in here should be the first variety of tulips. They're a wee bit deeper to start with than we meant, but they're in. There you go. On to the next variety now. This is a very, very simple machine. Drive wheel which runs along the ground. This chain is driven from that drive wheel, which runs a shaft connected to these belts, which draw bulbs like this out of the hopper and down into that slot just there, which is cut by this wee ridger here. And it was all filled in again with another set of ridgers. 1, 2, and a third over there. And you end up with 2 nice ridges of tulips. Next box is alliums, which are massive big bulbs. We're just trying to figure out how far apart they want planted, which involves a bit of googling. Perfect timing, the second lorry load of tulip bulbs has arrived and we're just about finished these other ones. Perfect. There's 1,000 of them. How many is that? 20? These two are in the hot seat. Or am I in the hot seat?
Having a good time, having a good time. I'm a shooting star leaping through the sky like a...
It's a slow pace, but we're just about through these alliums. Well, there's 1,000 of them, but they don't go that far. And then we've just had that delivery of new tulips. So we get them planted. There should be about 30,000 there. It sounds a lot, but they don't go that far. The tulips are easy. Put them in at quite a heavy rate. We rattle through them. The alliums are really quite slow. They want spread apart quite a bit. Big alliums, 8 inches apart. The small alliums, was it 3? Something like that. It's not an exact science. Bundle them in and fingers crossed they grow. Slightly contrasting machines. Kev's going to go and power harrow a wee bit more. We didn't know if the second pallet of bulbs were coming today, so we didn't want to power harrow too far because it would just take longer to dry out if the rain does come tomorrow, which it definitely is coming. A river again, more flooding, brilliant. Crops are just starting to try and recover from the last batch of flooding last week. These tulips are from Mark from Norfolk Tulips. He's a big grower down south. I think the biggest commercial grower in the UK. He commented below one of my videos saying if we ever need any help, get in touch, and he's helped us out, and also we've got some bulbs off. So we're just starting to plant his bulbs, see how they come. Thank you Mark, he's been very helpful as well. Find out even more information about tulips. If you leave them stacked in like this, I think I remember this rightly, they give off a toxic gas and it makes them kind of sterile. I don't know if that's exact, but long story short, if we received them and we weren't planting them right now, they're better off spread apart, or they can go pretty bad pretty quick. We're kicking on now, we're fleeing. We're on to the final variety now of, I don't know, there's probably been about 10 different ones. Purple Velvet Blush. Hope they're nice. One more width to do and then job done. Fingers crossed the rain we're about to get doesn't drown the man. Yeah, it needs to open up quite a bit. Last wee mix. We've done all these in specific colours, one variety only, but we've kept a wee bit of each colour back to make one last mixed bed at the end. And just like that, a few hours later, job done. Guess the year. The Fent, the Massey, the GCB. Hopefully these will now not get battered by rain over the next few days, and hopefully they survive. And come the springtime, we'll have a nice luscious sea of colour of tulips to join in with the rest of them there. Quick pit stop via the diesel tank and get it dropped back. Thank you again, Andrew. This will be back on the bedder tomorrow morning. The guys are kicking on at the carrots. They're hoping to just plough on till whenever the rain hits. Whether the lorries keep going for them, I don't know, but they'll try. A wee scoosh of fuel and back she goes. Another year, another go at planting tulips. Fantastic machine. It's not quite got all the mod cons a young gun like me's used to. I actually had to steer it. That was damn tricky, trying to pull a straight line. If you're down at the farm shop, have a look at the tulips and you'll see how good my straight lines are. Saying that, Kevin power hired it with GPS, so I could follow his lines. Still probably made it a bit squint. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you've not already, please subscribe. See you tomorrow, goodbye.
That was 2 weekends ago, let's see what happens this time.
Update on the drains. The joint's in there. It's a bit of a hoor of a mess. Hey Doug. Can hardly see. They're getting on, they want to push on a bit before the ground gets really sodded with water and get most of the work done in the grass, in the muddy field, so should get that kind of done by midday today, and they'll probably then abandon ship.